Boom shakalaka, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters around the world. It is your boy Chris Shul, aka the Esoteric Noetic, aka the Chocolate Nubian Soul Brother from Ghana, West Africa. Dropping the wisdomatic truth bombs here in Melbourne, Australia, mate. You know, you can rely on me. I'm True Blue. I stand with Dan. I stand with Fauci. I stand with George Soros. I stand with Joe Christ Biden, mate. I'm on team meh. Sure to like the video, subscribe, click on the bell, tell your friends, tell your mum. Drop some comments, let us know what it is. Let's get it. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we had an amazing weekend. We had the worldwide March for Freedom. Had thousands of people around Melbourne and millions of people around Australia, around the world, attending. Incredible. Millions of people coming together to stand for freedom. Stand against the totalitarian Orwellian system that is at play. And it's so fascinating to me the kind of laws that we have been seeing come into effect right now and the justifications people come up for it. Because look, let's be honest. Everyone knows that what is going on right now is unlawful. You're not stupid. I mean, at least I hope you know. I mean, I realize a lot of you are sheep, team meh, like me. But you're not stupid. You realize that obviously laws are supposed to be represented by human rights. But for some reason, I guess because it's been going on so long, we have this system where the government essentially erodes your rights, your freedoms, and tries to protect you, tries to keep you safe, and moves further and further into the realm of totalitarianism. Now when we see countries like the UK come up with laws saying that you are no longer able to leave the country, otherwise you will be fined $5,000, people don't really seem to bat an eye. But that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, since Monday, holidays overseas will be made illegal. $5,000 fines for people trying to leave Britain. Look, mate. Look, the government is the government's trying to do something that it feels is necessary to protect everybody. Why are you being such a troublemaker? I don't understand why you people are behaving like a bunch of crazy conspiracy theorists. These measures are necessary to keep everybody safe. All right, mate. So the document reads, the regulations also impose restrictions on leaving the United Kingdom without a reasonable excuse. So this is in relation to a new document that's been put forward in regards to the regulations for people leaving the country. New coronavirus rules will be coming into force next week, which includes a ban on anyone leaving the UK without a reasonable excuse. The new rules were published today, entitled Health Protection. It's always about protecting people. I love how legislation works. This is called the National Defense Authorization Act. It's about defending you, and we're now going to not allow you to have any freedoms. Or this is called the health protection, to protect your health. To protect your health, you're not allowed to leave the country, and you're not allowed to leave your home, and you have to get boom shakalaka. And you know what? We're allowed to do essentially anything we want to you, including locking you up in quarantine camps, and not allowing you to associate with conspiracy theorists. Also, you're not allowed to even publish information on social media, because that could be dangerous. You might be spreading misinformation. You might be being influenced by crazy chocolate Nubians like yours truly. Oh, God. What next? According to the new law, no one can leave England to travel to a destination outside the United Kingdom, or travel or be present at an embarkation point for the purpose of traveling from there to a destination outside the United Kingdom without a reasonable excuse. The document also suggests that anyone caught flouting the rules could face a whopping $5,000 fine. Why just $5,000? Why not make it $1 million? I mean, it's not like these fines are somehow created based off of how severe the offense is. Let's just put some random figure there. $5,000. Why not just make it $1 million? I mean, personally, let's be honest, if you're going to leave the country, you're going to leave the country. Now, I realize a lot of people still have respect for this this legalese system, which is essentially just creates, which is essentially a bunch of people, not people that are particularly educated, just randomly deciding, let's implement a law. It's not like these people have gotten your consent. It's not like these people have surveyed the entire population. And look, regardless, it's not like this is something that can, well, if we're being completely in line with law here, like you should be able to do based off of whether you've gotten the majority consensus. But for some reason, we're working under this system where supposedly, if the majority of people are in support of a law, we can legislate something. And of course, they're saying, "Oh, look, mate, this is what the people want. The majority of the British people, they want this. They want to protect everyone. Therefore, everyone's quite happy to stay in their country. So if I, as an individual, want to leave the country, and let's say the majority of the British people want me to stay in the country, stay locked up, that's acceptable. Wow. Welcome to the 21st century, where people effectively do not believe in law, as in objective law, as in the natural law. And this is essentially what you're saying when you advocate for this kind of stuff. You're basically saying that you have no morals. And I know a lot of you are going to find this offensive. Nah, look, you don't understand. Look, I care about everyone. Well, essentially, you're saying that you care about the greater good. And when you're saying that, you're saying you don't objectively believe anything can be right or wrong. That essentially the government can justify anything at once. Everything is proportionate. You are effectively saying, when you advocate for laws like this, that given a situation, if you think the situation warrants it, there is nothing that is unacceptable, which is the very definition of moral relativism, and which is antithetical to law. Law is based off of individual rights, the common law, objective standards. But for some reason, we've moved into a realm where people feel like they can justify anything. And because this has been the status quo for such a long period of time now, this is what it seems the general population accept. If the government, I truly believe this, went out and said, look, we're not going to allow you to leave your homes. Oh, wait a sec, they've already done that. If the government decided to come out and say, oh, we're going to forcibly put something in your body. Oh, wait a sec. They've already suggested doing that, and they're actually implementing that in certain countries. Oh, wait. What if the government decided to tell you to leave your country and go kill people? Oh, wait. They've already done that. It seems that the government can justify anything. What if the government decides to tell you that if you suspect someone is not going along with these rules, then you should do whatever you think is within your power to restrain them, including lethal force. And this is how the government essentially turns people into the most morally reprehensible people. And look, I realize it always sounds self-righteous to speak about things like this. Who do you think you are, talking about morals like this? You don't have any morals. You're so selfish. All these people are going to die. Well, you know what? I do, and I am self-righteous. I will admit it. I am confident of my own morals. Objectively, I know that it is 100% unassailably, unequivocally wrong to force someone to stay in a country, to force someone to put something into their body because you're worried about what might happen. And for the people that want to straw man this position and say, oh, well, I'm sorry, I value people's lives over people's freedoms. Well, that's a disingenuous argument. You're essentially appealing to what might happen. It's not like me leaving the country is going to kill someone. It's not like me staying in my home or not staying in my home rather, is effectively going to kill someone. But you're making an appeal to what might happen. You're using fear, and this is fundamentally what it comes down to. A lot of people make this argument. I've been reading your comments saying, the people that don't want to get boom shakalaka, you're fearful, and you're motivated by fear. Well, who's being fearful here? The people that are saying, I want to force, not only do I want to get a boom shakalaka because I'm scared that something might happen to me, I want to force everyone around me to get boom shakalaka just so that I don't get boom shakalaka, just so I don't catch something, and so people I care about don't catch something. Do you think that's more fearful, or the people that are saying, you know what? Let people make decisions for themselves. Don't force people to stay in their homes. Don't force people to stay in the country. Don't force people to get boom shakalaka. Let people have their own choice. What is more fearful? And look, the thing is, everyone knows what is going on right now. Everyone knows how disingenuous the arguments in favor of tyranny are. But for some reason, we're still acquiescing to this. And I think fundamentally, it just comes down to people being honest with themselves about what's going on. I would have so much more respect for people if they said, I don't care about people's freedoms. I don't care about objective morals. All I care about is keeping everyone safe and doing whatever I think is necessary because I'm concerned about what might happen to me and my family. And I care about surviving. Then we could at least have an honest conversation. We could talk about the science, But the fact of the matter is, unless people are if people are not willing to at least look at what is going on honestly in terms of like law, in terms of whether or not this stuff is actually in violation of the actual natural law and the common law, we're not really going to get anywhere, because I'm seeing this conversation being had right now where one side is essentially just straw manning the arguments that are made by people that are opposed to outrageous laws like this. And the other side is essentially focusing on how this stuff is unlawful, regardless of what the science may be. Oh, all right. So anyway, to go on further. So currently, Britons who are looking to travel abroad with a reasonable excuse must fit in a travel declaration form. So, of course, there are exemptions. So essentially, you have to get the government's permission to do anything. Anyone who fails to do this could face a £200 fixed penalty notice from next Monday. So that would have been as this Monday, I think. The form will be a legal requirement if you begin a journey where you intend to leave the UK from March 29th. If you intend to leave the UK from March 29th. The travel ban will not apply to those traveling within the common travel area, which includes the Channel Islands, Isle of Man, and the Republic of Ireland, unless this is not your final destination. Well, what next? Oh, they have a section here on reasonable excuses. Reasonable excuses include those needing to travel to work, study, for legal obligations, or to vote. Voting is so important. All right, so if you vote, because voting is the most important part of democracy, even though it has no effect, even though regardless of who you vote for, we still have this tyrannical system where people essentially circumvent your rights for the greater good. But look, if you need to vote, you can leave the country. How about this for excuse? How about I think that I need to leave the country because I'm sick of bullshit. Is that an acceptable excuse? I think it should be. My excuse is I'm growing ill from the amount of bullshit that has been perpetuated by these liars, these lawyers, these politicians, these disseminators of utter garbage. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think about this new legislation. And what do you see next? Do you think what do you think we are gonna see in 2021? I think it's gonna get crazy. I think we're gonna reach a point where we're not only gonna have laws restricting people, restricting their individual rights, we're gonna have laws that are condoning violence, actual aggression, harm on citizens that are not following the legality, these obfuscated laws that are conspiracy theorists. I think we're going to have laws where if you know a conspiracy theorist and you do not speak out about it, silence is violence. You must be persecuted. Makes me think of West Virginia a few hundred years ago, where they passed laws enforcing that people would have to chase runaway slaves. And if they didn't, they would be fined $1,000 and have to spend 6 months in jail. It seems like we really haven't moved beyond that, really. I mean, granted, we're dealing with a different kind of threat. Granted, universally, we kind of see slavery, like outright slavery, as being bad, but we're still enslaved to a system that forces us to work and then takes away half of our monies in a lot of situations. Forces us to live in countries, to stay in our homes, forces us to breathe our own poisons by wearing masks. It seems like slavery is just morphed into a slavery 2.0, and we're still seeing a lot of the same legislation. Of course, it's been repackaged as freedom or safety, rather. We care about your safety. But nonetheless, this is where we're at. Ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks, peace out, keep it real. Don't drive and text. Let us know what you think about this new law, and what are the laws we can expect in 2021. Boom shakalaka. Ow!
What is liberty?
What the? Who says you can't build muscle on a vegan diet?
What's it like being a hottie in the vegan community?
There are no political solutions, only technological ones.
The economics of the system don't allow multiple competing systems to survive.
Engineering, technology, these arts of humanity, they are magic.